Hiya guys. So I've played MMOs for quite a while, and I mean when I say quite a while, I mean since like the late 90s. And one of the things that is problematic for me now, I suppose, is just how static the worlds are. So you go to a field, and the same creatures are there in the same positions, waiting to be killed. Um, and maybe this is a little bit more sophisticated. Maybe like the creatures will move around on a path. You have vendors and things sometimes that roam around the world, but overall, whenever you log in, assuming somebody hasn't been there before you and killed everything, everything is just the same. Everything is where it was. Um, I think, I mean, games like Guild Wars 2 and a few others sort of have dynamic events and things which sort of kick off in a pretty localized area, um, and and then that gives sort of the illusion that the world is a little bit more alive. But even those begin to feel, after you've done them once or twice, the event isn't any fun, but there's just no element of surprise or no element of, like the world being alive. And that's kind of a bit of a problem when you play these sorts of games for a long, long time. I think they just begin to seem really artificial. I mean, even more so. I mean, obviously within the confines of a computer game, things are artificial anyway. But I just mean, I think we can do better. One of the things I'd really love to see is all of the monsters have actual goals. So maybe they start somewhere. So maybe the ogres start in the ogre stronghold, and then they have goals and motives. So they eat certain kind of food. They search out certain kind of habitats. There's certain things that they want, whether it's gold or just chaos or violence or to wipe out all elves or whatever. So imagine a world where you have these monsters sort of slowly spreading across the map to achieve their own objectives. Um, so, a good example, for instance, this is what I'd really like to see. So, like in a few games, like World of Warcraft or whatever, you get these missions in the earlier levels where the farmer sort of hires you to kill wolves who were eating his sheep, and and you sort of go and kill 10 wolves, and then the player after you goes and kills 10 wolves, and on and on and on. But what if those wolves are there because there's food, i.e. the sheep, but they also eat the local rabbits, and they keep at bay a tribe of goblins who live just to the north. So you kill the wolves, but what effect does that have on the rest of the world? Well, the rabbits will sort of start to breed, and they will explode, and they'll start to eat the farmer's carrots. And the goblins who were being kept at bay by the wolves will now sort of sweep down and become a little bit more aggressive because there's no animal to keep them in check. Do you see what I mean? So all of these different kinds of creatures and animals have a knock-on effect. Like in the real world, you make a change to one animal, and it affects all of the things that eat it and that it eats. And this can go on and on, like, and then you log on and you just don't know what kind of world you're going to get, because the world is constantly evolving, it's changing. Like, what happens if you destroy all of the wolves, or like if some ogres are in a stronghold and you kill all the ogres, well, what moves in then? Or are they keeping at bay something else? This sort of thing. So it'd be really nice if we could incorporate. I mean, I'm not in any way underestimating the potential technical difficulties of doing this kind of thing, but it would be really nice to, you know, pick the game up a little bit. We sort of we see games with increasingly better graphics, and we see games where they look to try and give you flexibility in your character creation, and they're really good at getting you kind of hooked into kind of collecting the next best armor or the next best weapons and things. Some games allow you to build your own, stronghold, or at least like, um, your own base or something like that. But the actual template of how the world works is very 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 similar between all of these games. So, well, those are my thoughts anyway. Let me know what you think. Cheers.